Welcome to my Heart of Fear raid series. To start this series off, I'm gonna upload a VOD with some commentary to quickly give you a rough boss guide, while I'm working on finishing the detailed raid guides, but that's still in production. Let's start off by taking a look at the Imperial Vizier ZOR'LOK fight. Starting off, the arena looks like this, and we start on the right side platform. On this platform, we only see the use of two mechanics. The first one, which is a general mechanic used on all platforms, is called Inhale and Exhale. Exhale is an ability where the boss targets a random player, stuns them, and deals a lot of damage to them through a channel. A player can step in between the target and the boss to absorb all the damage, which is preferably a duty for our off tank. Before the boss casts Exhale, he's gonna cast Inhale a number of times, which gives him a stacking buff that adds damage onto his coming Exhale. This is an unavoidable part of the fight, and you should simply just be aware of the amount of Inhale stacks when the boss starts casting Exhale, because it's gonna determine how much damage the tank is taking. The second mechanic, which you're only gonna see once on this platform, is called Force and Verve. When it's cast, the boss is gonna put up some yellow sound booths and start channeling a raid-wide AoE. Simply stand in the sound booths to reduce the damage taken from this ability. In 10-man, you get 4 sound booths that can accommodate for 3 people at a time. If you're more than 3 people, you're gonna take a lot of damage, so make sure that somebody's ready to go out of the sound booth and use an immunity like Deterrence or Divine Shield to stay alive. Once the boss reaches 80%, he's gonna move to the second platform and leave an echo behind.
Hide soon.
We send our off tank and one healer after the boss and keep the rest of the raid dealing with the echo. The echo on the first platform is gonna cast Force and Verve one more time, but this time you're only gonna have 2 sound booths, so you might have to rotate some immunities to stay alive. It's important to note that the tank and the healer on the second platform are also going to get hit by the raid-wide damage, so you need to use some big defensives here to stay alive. On the second platform, the boss gains another mechanic and discards the old mechanic Force and Verve. The new mechanic is called Attenuation, and it's going to be the biggest struggle of this fight. As you can see, the boss shoots out yellow and blue balls. The yellow balls hurt and split up into more balls if you get hit, but they're okay to get hit by every now and then. The green balls are gonna splash and basically kill anyone who gets hit, so make sure to avoid these. Once the echo on platform 1 is dead, the group's gonna join you on platform 2 and lower the boss down to 60% while dealing with Inhale Exhale and the new Attenuation spell. At 60%, the boss is gonna leave the second platform and fly to the third. In a similar fashion, your off tank and healer are gonna follow the boss to the third platform. In its wake, the boss is gonna leave an echo of Attenuation on the second platform that's gonna continue casting Attenuation until it's dead. On the third platform, the boss discards its Attenuation spell and Force and Verve spell, and instead gains its third mechanic, called Convert. Your goal at this point is for the raid to finish the echo on the second platform by using second potions and 3-minute cooldowns, and then joining you on the third platform before Convert is casted. It's definitely not needed, but it helps you a lot to get the group stacked before it's cast. Once Convert is cast, it's gonna convert 2 of the raid members into NPCs that are hostile to the raid. They're gonna use all their abilities as per usual until they reach about 50% HP, after which they're gonna be returned to their allied state. I would strongly suggest that before Convert is used, that you use any hard CCs or AoE abilities so that they go on cooldown, and you can even choose to change your talents for this fight specifically. We're gonna continue dealing with the Inhale and Exhale mechanics and wait until the boss reaches 40% HP, after which we're going to transition to phase 2. It might be a good time mentioning that the middle of the room between the platforms has an aura effect which silences and damages you while you're in it during phase 1, and that's the reason why we're standing on the platforms. In phase 2, we're going to reach one of the more hectic portions of the fight, and this is kind of where it all comes together. If we take a look at the map, we're now going to have the center portion unlocked of the room. We're going to place the boss somewhere in the middle until he gets close to 20% HP. Bring him over to the green marker when he reaches 25% HP, so that he drops an echo in that location. After that, you taunt the boss over to the blue marker as soon as possible and keep him here for the remainder of the fight. As you can see on the VOD right now, we've reached 40% and the boss flies into the middle of the room and removes the aura effect in the middle. We keep the boss fairly close to the middle until he's cast his first attenuation spell, before we move him into position for the echo drop. You should know that when attenuation is used in this middle portion, the balls are going to bounce off the walls, so you need to make sure that you don't get hit by any stray balls flying out. Once attenuation is done, we have the boss at sub 30%, which means that he's almost going to drop an echo here. We move him into the cubby here, and hide inside the sound barriers for the second force and verb. Once this is done, he's going to drop an echo, and we move the actual boss over to the opposite side of the room.
Mind control soon. Sonic ring soon.
One of the tanks is going to stay with the echo at all times, and we're going to just dodge the mechanics until the boss is dead. The scary part about this portion of the fight is that the boss is going to use all three mechanics, so he's going to use attenuation, force and verve, and convert, while the echo is only going to use attenuation. You should make sure to really mind your spacing, as taking hits in this phase is going to be super hectic and the healers are going to struggle to keep up.
Hide inside.
For the force and verve cast, it's going to be similar to the second platform, where the unshielded tank is going to take a lot of damage, so healers should be mindful of that, and you should roll some CDs. Another tip at this point is that when you're standing inside of the sound barriers for force and verve, you're going to take reduced damage from the yellow balls, but the green balls are still going to do full damage to you, so be mindful of your spacing. When convert comes out, you want to make sure to stun or CC the converted players and kill them as soon as possible so that they can go back to dodging discs.
Dodge to left.
And that's going to be the end of the commentary. If you have any questions about the mechanics of the boss, please make sure to post them in the comments and I'd be happy to help.
Hide soon. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hide inside. Sonic ring soon. 4, 3, 2, 1. Dodge to left.
And that's going to wrap up my ZOR'LOK guide. Unfortunately, there's been a bit of production delay, so right now I'm just posting VODs with some commentary to get some basic guides out there. This is probably going to be the case for Heart of Fear while we're progressing through it, but while I'm doing this, I'm still working on my detailed guides for Mogu'shan Vaults, and I'm sure I'll catch up soon. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe to the channel for future content. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.